Oh my. Can you really? Well, first, I want to say welcome to the Real Nelsons podcast, where we talk everything family, fitness, and relationships.
What is relationships, you might ask? It's friendships that turn into relationships, much like our marriage, right? You ain't gonna dab me up today?
Yeah, he irking me with this. So let's talk about this. This is not part of it. Tell us about your wonderful medal, babe.
Yeah. So today I just ran a 5K. This is the first 5K that I've run on purpose. Like I feel like all the other 5Ks, like Dawn be having, you have to like do the shoot the gun and start,
No one
and then
actually
you
trips
sign
into
me
a
up,
5K.
and then I run. And so like I actually I actually prepared for this one, and I kept
What place did you get?
I got 30 seconds out of 337 people.
It's our first one. Now,
305
I wasn't there to coach him. I wasn't there to coach him through it. It would have been, he's already told me some of the mistakes that I felt like he made. So next time it's going to be.
Yeah, no. My goal was to run 7:30, stay at 7:30, and I ran 7:22.
He really excited.
I am really proud of myself. It's not many times I'm like,
no, you were right. You are right. This is awesome. Can I get to the?
I'm just gonna warn people, like, the energy I'm gonna get this episode is just proud of myself energy.
I think it's gonna be a mixture, because I feel like he's gonna be high and then he might crash.
No, I'm proud of myself.
Okay.
Feeling myself.
So today's topic is mom roles versus dad roles. Now let me be clear. Really, that topic is just to pull you in, because I'm very clear on there are no mom roles or dad roles. There's only one thing that a dad cannot do, and that is breastfeed. Other than that, you in that thing with us.
The way things set up right now.
Nope.
So here's a fact. Fun fact. Not really a fun fact, but it's a messed up fact. In the United States, there is no federal paternity leave. So the government has left it up to states to decide. No, not even maternity leave. The government has decided, lets the states decide what the maternity leave is going to be. Now, the World Health Organization has suggested that the minimum amount of maternity leave should be at least 16 weeks. But you know what it is in the United States? 12 weeks, right? And all maternity leave is verification that you won't lose your job for having a kid.
And so you said these 12 weeks, does that also apply to you said the paternity as well, or just maternity?
It depends. Like,
okay.
Again, it's no law. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
And so like, you know, what's ironic though is in the UK, maternity leave can be at minimum 37 weeks and of paid. So you can be paid 37 weeks.
Jesus.
Maternity leave.
Amazing.
And up to 50 weeks unpaid. Right?
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
That's okay. Okay.
Yeah.
37. I'm trying to have another one and move to where?
The UK, United Kingdom.
Okay, we have another one. We're going to the UK.
Good eye, mate.
Okay, so something that we need to be clear is that you want to talk about this, how we're both new at this.
Yeah, so when we have kids,
Yep, because we have kids.
We've never had kids.
I'm going to be a lot during this episode, because this
you're trying to match my energy?
This topic burns me up.
It bothers me too.
I apologize if I jump in. Go ahead, baby.
The crazy thing about having kids is the fact that neither the mom or the dad have had kids before, right? When you have your first.
Yep.
And with that being said, we both new at it, right? And so I don't know if I'm jumping real fast, but moms are better at it out of necessity. Right?
Necessity. What does that mean? Because we were talking, when you said that, I was like, that is perfectly put.
So what that means
this right here needs to go viral. Moms are better at it because of necessity. And that means
that mom is just left at home to do all the parenting work. You know what I mean? I mean, there's traditions, and you're going to talk more about traditions, but, you know, because the father cannot birth the child, there's this not even
warped sense of thinking.
Yeah, there's this warped thing where it's like, all right, she had the kid, I got to go back to work.
No. I thought you were going to say this warped thing of she had the kid, so she know what to do.
100%.
And it's like, no, we don't. Like literally, once this baby came out, I'm like, hey, this is my first time seeing this baby too.
Yeah.
First time hearing this baby cry. This first time knowing that the baby's hungry, changing that. Like, there are so many things that us as mothers Okay, an example. Let's talk about the traditional roles. Traditional, right?
Yeah.
Okay, for the mom, it's called everything. Feeding, putting them to bed when they're fussy, soothing them, cleaning the house, cooking for everyone in the house.
Yeah.
Literally everything, like everything. And then when it comes to dad roles, it's pretty much helping the mom out and then bring home the bacon.
Yeah.
Now, my question with that, and if this is the part that I'm seriously, I like in the comments, please, like for real, help me understand maybe if this is how it is and you're okay with it. I've just had a lot of conversations with moms and they're like, true, I don't get it either. So if they're in the household, if there's an understanding that I'm going to stay home with the kid, I want to be the stay-at-home mom, and then you go to work and bring home the bacon, why once you come home and we're under the same roof, why don't we now share in the chores and the raising of our family? It's like you come home and because you were out all day working and oh my goodness, it was so hard. I'm still expected, because I was working all day too with your child. It's still expected that I clean, I cook for you that went to work, wait, for me. And then for the other kids, possibly if we have them, why don't you come in and jump into this with me? Like, yo, we both tired.
That's that weird gender role thing that's always been in place for forever, where the woman stays at home and takes care of the house. And taking care of the home is everything that's in the home. Now it's this new kid, and the dad goes to work and goes home and eats the food that you cook.
Yep.
But I paid for it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's weird.
So here's the other thing for me that really makes me like, okay, let me give you some more examples of how I'm confused on our thinking.
She is hot about this.
No,
Go ahead.
Because I can't. I'm in it. And I see how a mama can just be done. Like we are so overwhelmed, done. But guess what? We can never be done because we still have this human being that is so helpless and we love so much and we would never not. So we just gonna do it and we're gonna do it and then find time to take care of ourselves and all this. Okay. So anyways, warped thinking. Another example, real talk. So moms and dads, just answer this for me. In the comments again, who takes the kids to all of their doctor's appointments? Who takes them to daycare, picks them up? Who does that? Okay. When you're running errands, is it kind of unheard of for the dad to take them? Like, yo, that's a lot to take the kid. Like, that's a lot if we got two of them, you really doing the most to ask me. But for the mother, it is no question, no whatever. There was a dad, and I know he was joking, but it's an example of like, people really think this way. His joke was he had like a contract to sign for his wife. And he's like, yo, if you want a day, he's like, if you want some time to yourself and you want me to leave the house with the kids, he's like, 4 hours is my max. So you only give him 4 hours to yourself. And then we coming home because I don't know what else to do with him. But with us, we got to be gone all day. We running all the errands. We do like, listen, it is so many things that we make look easy and it is not. And when y'all have it, y'all like, whoa, that's a lot. Y'all really want me to have a kid too?
So it's interesting though. So what's interesting is like the video you're referring to is the football season contract, right? That's the backstory to it. But it is funny though, right? But what bothers me about the whole gender roles of parenting is whenever the dad has a kid or the dad is with the kid with their kid, he's babysitting. I cannot babysit my own kid. Right? The other thing that bothers me, because I understand the mother's perspective. What bothers me is how easy it is for a father to be praised for doing simple parenting things, right?
He got his baby at the grocery store.
I take Zoe and Harper to the grocery store. Oh, it's so sweet. It's a cute thing. It's great. If I do Harper's hair, like, oh man, if I make dinner, you know what I mean? Like it's so easy for a father to be affirmed for being a father, but that's not reciprocated for mothers. And I think that like what that does is that wears the mom down.
It does.
Right? Now I'm not saying stop like commending me for being dad, you know what I'm saying? Keep it coming. But what needs to happen though is mothers need to be appreciated, right? And now when I think about our relationship, and I think this trickles down to parenting.
Okay.
Right? In our relationship, we've always been attentive to each other, right? And so, like at any time of the year or at any juncture in our relationship, it requires for Dawn to be all in, focused on me. And then there's certain times where I got to be focused in on you. And I'm making sure that you got everything you need, that you're supported and you're protected and everything like that, right? And so now when you had Harper, like, same energy. You know what I mean? It was like, I remember when we went to the hospital. It's like, I'm coming home with 2 people.
That's what he said. Yeah.
And so
that was such a powerful thing.
I was by that bed watching all the vitals, talking to the nurses. I'm looking at the bags, making sure the bags wasn't no blood and nothing or anything like that. And so, like, for me, like, I think that when it comes to parenting, especially on the father's side, you have to pay attention to the way that your relationship is. Like, and again, it could be some truth behind it, and I dare, like, let's challenge it. Let's see what's up, right? Does your husband or does your partner parent the same way that they take care of you in the relationship?
Is their parenting style mimicking?
The relationship, right? Because I think that that's how we get down.
No, we absolutely are all in, and I'm gonna be honest. And it's like, I don't know, it may sound crazy to say, I just don't think that I could have been with someone that wasn't all in. And with all the mistakes and all the perfection, like, we got it right, we got it wrong. Got to make these changes. I just don't think that I could have been with someone that was 100% okay with kind of seeing me almost on the verge of falling apart. And then it's like, hey, babe, take you a day. Then it's like, why did I have to get here? And it's funny because I'm like, let me say this, because I feel like I was going so hard. I've already said, I was like, oh, I'm about to be lit up. I'm about to be lit up. Like, I'm very clear on, like,
she's not talking about our relationship. I don't be doing that. Like, you ain't get on here to just like come for me.
We wouldn't be. No. I'm saying this and be very clear. I know it's not all dads. I have one in my household. So I'm not coming for people like I do. When I'm not talking to you. So in the comment section, say, amen, sister. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm like, for me. So be clear. I'm talking about where the woman is very clear that she needs help. She's not feeling supported. Or maybe it's vice versa. I mean, there are some situations, where the father is like, I'm leading, the mom just
They're stay-at-home dad.
They're absolutely stay-at-home dad. So
I was like, this close to being a stay-at-home dad.
He was. He really, really wanted to be. He wanted to be. And so, but let me be clear. No, I don't think you would have. So let me be clear. Don't come for me, although you are, because you're like, sis, you done went like 20-some minutes in. We didn't know that you felt this way. Stop coming for me. Backspace out them comments. Because I'm like, there are men that also feel the same way that I do, that also need that support. So I know something you want to talk about was since the pandemic.
Yeah. So it's called the pandemic effect. And there was a Harvard study that basically said that after the pandemic or during the pandemic, when we are all forced into our homes, into the safety of our homes, and everybody had to work from home, the father's interaction with the kids increased. And what that did was that I had to pull out my notes so I can make sure that I say it all right. 70% of fathers appreciated their children more, which is interesting.
That is.
Right? They were more aware of their child's feelings, and they engaged more with the children in their daily activities and in conversation. And as a result, it kind of influenced like fathers, and I experience it right now as a teacher. It influenced fathers to like really intentionally be more present. Like so much so where they're changing their jobs, or they're changing the responsibilities that they have in their jobs. There were coaches that were like, "Nah, I can't coach anymore because I want to be present for my kid." You know what I mean? Because when I read that study, I thought that was great, but I also thought about all of the years that this child didn't have this like fatherly influence or this fatherly interaction. And so, like, what I'll say is, fathers, keep it going. Keep showing your kids love and keep being present because they need that.
They do. I mean, I was saying, I don't know if this goes with one podcast or the other podcast, but we were saying how you, like, for a lot of times, not all, a lot of times, the mother is a disciplinarian especially with the girls, right?
Oh, 100%.
And then when it comes to, you got some on your lip. And when it comes to boys, do you think the mother is a disciplinarian with the boys?
I don't think so. Okay. And it's one of those things where they can be, but it's not always like productive. right? It's not
Okay.
always productive. And the interesting thing is like, I'm a disciplinarian to my girls, but I can only do so much. Like last week, Harper got in trouble for
It was hilarious.
she pottied on herself,
playing, just wouldn't stop playing.
and I took her. Yeah. She like Harper's like a all out, and I do everything else I need to do once I finish going all out. And so like went to the bathroom, and she's like, you know, upset, and I told her, I was like, you can't keep doing this.
He went in the bathroom,
and like that's it. And I left out and went to Dawn. And I was like, I can't do that no more.
Listen, it's because I had never heard him try it. It was clear that he was trying to really do like, Harper, I am so disappointed in you. You can't do that. And I was like, okay. And I'm at the refrigerator. He comes around the corner and he did not he just walked straight to me. He was like, babe, I can't do that no more. I'm like, and the thing is, it's so funny. I was like, I got you, babe. Like I knew what he was saying because he is very much a like, Harper don't. But that trying to crack down, yo, your boy cracked. Like it was. My
crackdown can't like
no. But I was saying though, I think it's important for kids to see from the opposite's gender, to hear and see them get correction from them because it teaches them how to accept, how to interpret, how to receive kind of correction from the other gender, right? Because if a dad is like, you know, I just don't. I'm never gonna say nothing. I don't.
Yeah, no. If a dad, a girl dad like myself, never tells our daughters no. He never says no. Then when she shows up in the world and she receives rejection, she's not gonna be able to like bounce back from it.
And it's extremely aggressive. It's way too much. It's like, why would he talk to me like that? And
it can be
the guy just said, you're not my type, or no, I don't want to do that, or whatever.
Relationship, it could be in business or anything. Whenever they experience like failure to some degree, like it can take them out. And so we do have to be intentional on
and
how
I think about it with boys, right? Hearing that from their moms, it shows them that a woman can be strong, can be stern, can, you know, say certain things, be assertive, and they're not being like, she a bitch. You know what I mean? All these things. Like, no, that's just not correct. You know, so they see it as just like an equal type of thing.
Pause. I got a question for you. We didn't talk about this. So what if I don't have a feminine influence in my house, but I have a young girl? How do I deal with that? And what if I don't have a masculine, somebody with a masculine influence or a positive influence in my kid's life? Or a dad or a mom or whatever present, what do we do?
So I think it's really important to like, do you have women, the opposite gender, the gender of your child, right? Do you have someone that you trust in your life, someone that you maybe known for some years or just an amount of time that you feel comfortable with where you're like, they are a good person. I feel like they have good qualities. I feel like
their values match your parenting.
Exactly, you know? And so just having them possibly try and start a relationship, a bonding, you know, where maybe your child can talk to them about things, you know, especially when it comes to, you know, little girls, have another woman maybe to talk to about that time of the month. And there are definitely some relationships where the dad is all in and he's like, I'm comfortable, that's my daughter. I want her to talk to me. But maybe, you know, if the situation is not that, I think that, you know, and then we always say it takes a man to raise a man. That's what people say. Now, I know some women have done a dope job raising little young men, but it's something about seeing another man, being a young boy, seeing another man doing the things that we feel a man should be doing, you know, like being a productive citizen, living right, talking right.
It definitely hits different.
So I think that's a way to approach it. I mean, there's other ways. So y'all can tell us what other ways, because we're not in that situation. We have two girls, they got their mama and they have their father. So, you know, what are some other ways that,
because there's no end all to it. And you know, again, there are some amazing moms that can hold that role and teach and raise strong young men. And vice versa. There's some,
we gonna do it. That's one thing. Listen. What we not gonna do is let it slip through them cracks. We gonna get it done. Like, it just is what it is. We'll figure it out. We'll do our research. We'll learn along the way. We'll make whatever corrections we need to. It's gonna get done.
Which leads me to that last point. Just like moms figure it out. I'll just think about, and then we'll you know what I mean, wrap it all up. But like, you gonna get it done, right? Our second child, Zoe, like, it was a different experience, right? And she didn't breastfeed for how long did you breastfeed Harper? For like almost a year, right?
Harper?
Harper's breastfed for a year. So we knew where the milk was coming from.
Yep.
Right. But for Zoe, we did something different, and so we had to make our own milk. We have this amazing recipe that we use, a vegan recipe. But like when we started it, Dawn did all the work, right? Dawn made the milk.
I did.
She was feeding her.
I did the research to
all
find
of that stuff.
it and
She did
everything.
all of this stuff, all the legwork, right?
I was nervous. I was stressing.
And she was so good at it, right? That I was just like, oh, she killing that. Until Dawn went out of town on business, and I had both the girls, and I had to make milk myself. And I was like, oh, this is pretty tedious.
Yeah.
Like, and so, but what it did was it showed me like, dang, bro, you've been slacking, right?
Okay.
It was like, all right, like you've been like, it showed me that how much more work that you had been doing that I wasn't even like, I wasn't even attentive to, or I didn't even recognize. And it took you leaving for me to get that. So then once you came back, I was intentional about, I'll make some milk.
It was times I was like, and I was like, what is he doing? He's like, I got it. And I'm like, I could just, he's like, I got it. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Once again, we so used to it, just getting it done.
Yeah.
So what you're saying, I would suggest possibly sometimes letting there be from whichever partner in the relationship feels like you do all of it. Sometimes don't loosen the reins. Let them things go. You go to the store, go to the do whatever, and don't take your kids with you.
That's what I was supposed to say.
I didn't know if he was getting to it.
No,
look, don't take them kids with you. Legit, listen.
Yeah,
and the thing, this is my thought.
Yeah.
You know they're gonna be alive when you get home. They're gonna figure out how to feed them. They're gonna figure, and I'm talking about, for real, no, the reason why I said, an example.
Do what you're doing.
Okay.
Do what you're doing.
Typically when the parent that's at home with them, that does everything, when the other partner leaves, they don't prepare the bottle. They don't lay out the clothes that they need to have. They don't say, oh, they take a bath around this time. Oh, right? So I'm talking about, look, and this sounds so crazy. This is when I get real, like, I'm talking about bounce. You'll find that milk. No, I'm just playing. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, just let them, they need to experience being a parent and feeling what you're feeling. I feel like this is so aggressive to just say leave.
So then let me say it. All right. Now, hear me out.
I wish I would have let him say it. Because y'all gonna come for me.
Protect
me.
This is for the dads and for the moms. Right? But I'm talking.
Yeah.
I'm talking. So listen, hear me out. Let go. Mom, like let go.
Or dad.
Dad, let go, right? We kind of good at that. That's not hard for us. But moms, let go. Loosen the reins, right? Go get your nails done. Go shopping. Go to the mall. Just go walking. Meet up with your girlfriends, right? Leave the house. Go for a walk.
Yep.
Join an aerobics class. That means that you got to do it weekly, you know? And just focus on you.
Yeah.
You got to focus on you.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yep.
We gonna make sure those kids are okay.
Yep.
But in order for you to be okay, you got to do those things. And so, like, as a yoga instructor, I always applaud my students because I know that when you come to a yoga class, you coming for yourself, right? Yeah. And oftentimes 90% of the time, 99% of the time, we are everything to everybody for everything, right? And we only think about what we have to do for this person, what we have to do for this job, what we have to do next. We never dial back to see what's up with us, or we wait till we see what else we have left. And oftentimes we don't have anything left, and you can't pour anything from an empty cup. Yeah. So basically what I'm saying is do what you need to do to fill your cup back up so that you can be what you need to be for everybody else.
Yeah. Agreed. Are you done?
Yeah.
So listen, what you just had was the real talk from the real Nelsons, okay? We just want to say seriously, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. And don't forget to hit that like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Peace.